Your little good things you do, they make me no. This distance is taking a hold of me for sure. Baby, come.
Previously on Banana Visits. Good morning, everyone. The cutest thing is happening outside right now. Look at this. It's the first day of school in Paris. One of the perks of being on this trip is that we get gifts. Pop it like this. Welcome back to Banana Visits. After learning how to properly wear a beret, we headed outside to pick a vintage car to ride in, which were Citroen 2 CVs. Looks like we got our rides here. And which one am I going to ride in? That one. That one. It's a beautiful day to have a tour of the city. The weather forecast said it was supposed to rain today, but as you can see, we have nothing but blue skies and sunshine.
Actually, today is like 25 degrees. It's like the life is good.
Good.
Sun.
25 degrees Celsius.
Yes.
25 degrees Celsius is 77 degrees Fahrenheit. When traveling to other countries, it is very important to be aware that some of the customs that you are used to are not the same in other countries. France, for example, is a country that uses Celsius instead of Fahrenheit. They also use kilometers, not miles. Actually, a lot of countries outside of the US uses Celsius, and a lot of them also use the metric system for measurements. So keep that in mind when traveling. Also remember to pack a snack, just in case you want to refuel your energy. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. It was at this moment where I decided I wanted to wink at the camera to be cute. Exactly 0 attempts were successful. You guys know about that bridge where you can take a lock, write you and your significant other's name on it, and then toss the key into the river? Well, that bridge was in Paris, but they have since destroyed it and they do not allow people to put locks on it anymore.
Do they still allow you to do that, or
Is it?
No, it's finished. You see this?
It's too many. It's too many locks.
Exactly.
Okay, gotcha.
This one out there. You see this one?
So the locks were weighing the bridge
Yes,
down?
now it's finished.
And now,
This is where the lock bridge was, but now has since been replaced. Man, I've always wanted to see all the locks on the bridge. They
The
said
locks, no, it's finished.
They said no
it's
more.
Finished before 5 years. Yeah.
That's crazy. How many locks does it take for it to like weigh down a whole
yeah.
bridge? This was pretty sad news to find out because I've always wanted to see the lock bridge, but nonetheless, I will still enjoy all the beautiful sights Paris has to offer, such as this church, where construction began in 500 AD and still holds services to this day, 1500 years later. We finally made it to our first stop, which is Place de Fürstenberg, for a little photo shoot amongst the shops and boutiques.
how is it going on?
It's going great.
How is it?
It was fun.
Yeah.
Apparently this car is from like 1970 something. I felt bad standing on the seats. Stay tuned to the end for a sneak peek on future episodes and a sneak peek on where I'll be next season. Now back to Paris. The next stop was visiting the Seine River, which stretches 483 miles across northern France. Testing to see the distance, testing.
Testing.
Just look how beautiful this is. So this apparently is the other side of the Louvre Museum. And apparently kings, like they would live there, and then they kept building and adding onto it, which made it huge. So now it's a museum. Insane. Completely insane. After driving up a hill, passing multiple shops and restaurants, we made it to our next stop, the Basilica of Sacré-Cœur de Montmartre. This church is 100 years old. 100. I gotta work it alone. 100. And across from the church was this. Just look at this amazing view. This is the entire city of Paris. So originally, low-key, I almost took a tumble down all these stairs right here. So originally, I mentioned that they no longer have the lock bridge because all the locks were weighing down the bridge. But they didn't destroy them, they kept all of them. Look at that. They actually kept all of the locks, like literally all of them. And there are so many more around, and they have spaces for new locks. Goes up all the way up that way, all across there. Oh, y'all see that bug on me? The nerve of this bug. All across there. It's all down here, and there's some new spots open too. All across there, all over there, down that way, up this bridge or staircase, and then down along that side. One day I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna put a lock in front of this 100-year-old church with this amazing view. After seeing that they did not in fact get rid of all the locks from the lock bridge and seeing the 100-year-old church, we saw fit to have a little champagne break and of course a few macarons to snack on, just a little snacky snack, because you know I love my macarons. Y'all think the pistachio one is good?
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah. Don't ask me how many macarons I ate, cause it is none of your business. We passed another historical structure during our tour, which was Arc de Triomphe, which was built somewhere between 1833 and 1836. At this point, it was time to say goodbye to our drivers as our driving tour was over. We did continue on foot for a photo shoot walking tour to go to some hot spots around Paris where we could take some great pictures. Look. And another hot spot to take some amazing pictures. We took one last look at the Eiffel Tower before moving on with the rest of our day. We are at the Louvre. But first your girl gotta eat, or it's gonna get ugly. Also, all of this is the Louvre. From there, all the way around to there. And then more of the Louvre is on the other side of that wall. And of course, since we're in Paris, why not eat lunch at the Louvre? One thing you consistently see around Paris is the beautiful architecture, even at the restaurant in the Louvre. Once again, I sadly don't remember what I ordered, but it was good. I promise I'll do better next time. Finally, we are going to take a tour of the inside of the Louvre. I didn't realize how loud it was in the museum, so I didn't know you couldn't hear me. But in this clip, I'm basically explaining that I'm wearing my purse in front of me instead of in back of me or on my back because pickpocketing for tourists was at an all-time high, especially with the Olympics there. It was overwhelming how many exhibits were in this museum. We spent probably the first 20 minutes searching for the Mona Lisa. Okay, maybe not searching. They did have signs posted directing us how to get there, but we did make some stops along the way to Mona Lisa because why not? Make sure you bring your Fitbit, Apple Watch, or whatever it is you use to count your steps because you will definitely get them in. We finally found her, the Mona Lisa. There was a long line and a very large crowd in front of the painting, so I stood in the back and zoomed in just to get a video of it. And, you know, it was cool to finally see it in person. And it's a painting that exists. I'll be honest, guys, I wasn't solely blown away, but there were so many other paintings that were dynamically done, that were extremely large, extremely detailed. I mean, that's nothing negative against the Mona Lisa, but you know, it was cool to see. That's about it. Ultimately, I do recommend having a tour guide if you ever visit the Louvre, because this museum is large. There is so much to see, and it is overwhelming how many exhibits exist inside here. We didn't have a tour guide, so I didn't know half of what I was looking at, except the Mona Lisa. But it was still a great experience, and I enjoy going to museums, especially in areas and countries that I've never been. One thing I did not expect at the Louvre is when we were trying to leave, it looked like we basically walked into a mall. There were so many stores and attraction things on the way out that it probably took us like 20-25 minutes to even get out of the museum after following the exit signs. I didn't mind stopping to peek in the window at the sweets store to view the stacks of macaroons though. That was a nice touch at the end.
But there's also an arcade.
Phone case store? Low key though.
This arcade looked a lot of fun.
You would really think that we went into a mall, but no, we went into the Louvre Museum. There's so much here. Maybe a little too much. Now y'all know I love me some candy. I'ma stay strong though and keep walking. Finally found the exit. And look, sunlight. So we exited from there.
Oh my god, baby.
But we entered all the way over there. So confusing. But you gotta follow the green arrows. Follow the green arrows. They point you to the exit. We finally made it out. And look who that is peeking in the background. Hey, Eiffel girl. And now we're finally back where we started. This was only 4 hours of my time at the Louvre. So if you ever do decide to visit, you should definitely make this a whole day affair. Anywho, time to go to the hotel, take a nap, get cute, and then head to dinner. Today's dinner was at Caesar Restaurant, where they serve traditional Italian dishes and desserts, cocktails, and wine. Time for a dance break to one of my favorite songs, September by Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Okay. So, are you ready for the food?
I promptly stopped when it was time to order food because your girl was ready to eat. And first up was fried shrimp with spicy mayo.
Thank you.
Yes, I actually remembered all the names of the food I ordered here, except dessert because I did not order it.
The last one is just here.
Yes, the mozzarella.
And next up was fried mozzarella. And then the final course. Now pause. I ordered a margarita pizza, which has pizza sauce, mozzarella, and basil. This is all the basil they gave me, right here. So of course, I kindly asked for more basil because otherwise, this is a glorified cheese pizza.
This is big Parmesan cheese. The real Parmesan cheese, you burn this with the cognac. And after you're gonna put the pasta with cream sauce inside.
And there's my extra basil for my pizza. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Click the bell for notifications to be notified when the next episode is released. And now for a taste of my margarita pizza. Messy, but delicious. And why not have dessert with a little show? Before we left the area, I decided I wanted to be a tourist and take pictures in the middle of the street. Lastly, we ended the night at a club called Flower. This is where I learned that cigarette smoking is still very common in French culture. Thankfully, they have designated areas so you don't have to be around it. We didn't stay here long, only long enough to grab a drink and jam to some good music. Please enjoy this cringy video of me lip syncing Pour It Up by Rihanna. Thank you for hanging out with me on yet another episode. There is so much more to come on this season's Banana Visits Paris. Here is a sneak peek. Last night. I will see you guys at the next trip. Speaking of the next trip, where do you guys think I'll be visiting next? Beautiful waters, fish, impromptu sing-along, and cute little baby monkeys. A wonderful paradise. And I have food poisoning. Yeah, that was rough. Find out next season on Banana Visits. Cheers until then.